Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and start looking at a new unit. I'm going to be here, but I'm actually going to go back behind here so you don't have to look at my mug while I'm going through how to find this, okay? So, what we're going to do is this. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to find the surface area. I'm going to show you how to find the volume of a rectangular prism. Now, we've already worked a little bit on this before. We did some of this in the 6th grade, so I'm going to show you guys how to do this, alright? So I'm going to go ahead and draw a rectangular prism up here on the board, okay? And then what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to use the formula area of the base times height to go ahead and find the volume of this shape, okay? Now, this shape is going to be the same as what it's going to be for the triangular prism, but I'll do the triangular prism video separate so you guys will be able to tell the difference between the two. Now, on this shape, we're going to go ahead and say that the height of this is going to be 10. Alright, we're going to go ahead and say that this length here, we'll go ahead and call this length here 5, and we'll call this length down here 6, and we'll call it all centimeters. Centimeters and centimeters, okay? Now, our formula to find the volume of this shape is going to be V equals area of the base times the height, okay? Actually, I'm going to erase that times sign there because we are in middle school. We are in the 7th grade now, and this represents multiplication. Now, like I had said yesterday, and like I've said before, when you're finding volume, we're going to ask ourselves two questions. The first question is, what is the height? Okay? You have to determine what is the height. Now, when I look at this shape here, I've got 3 measurements, 6, 5, and 10. Okay? The 10 in this case is going to represent my height. So underneath the H, I'm just going to draw an arrow down here, and I'm going to put 10 centimeters. Now, once I use that 10 over here in this problem, I don't need it anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to scribble this out. Okay? The second question that I want to ask is going to be, what is the shape of the bottom? Alright? Now, when I look at the bottom of this rectangular prism, a lot of people are prone to say it's a square, but remember, it's not a square because this is a 6 and this is a 5. In order for it to be a square, these would have to both be 5s or both be 6. They have to be congruent. They have to be the same if it's going to be a square. So since this is not the same, we know this is a rectangle. And this is where I use the second part. Inside this capital B, all right, or as we sometimes refer to her as Big Mama, inside Big Mama's belly, we're going to go ahead and put the formula for the area of a rectangle, which is A equals base times height. The only two numbers I have left are 6 and 5. So to find the area, A, I'm going to multiply 6 times 5, which is going to give me an answer of, in this case, 30. All right? Now, that 30 is going to go down here, all right? And I'm going to end up with 30 times 10 for my volume. All right, 30 times 10 is going to give me an answer of 300. And what that means is 300 centimeters cubed. And what that means is literally if I have a bunch of cubes like this that are 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter, I'm going to need 300 of them to fill that rectangular prism. Okay? Now, we're going to use the same formula when we go to solve for triangular prisms, but for now, this is how we find the volume of a rectangular prism. And remember, the whole time under the scribbly mark, that was 10 centimeters, okay? But once we end up using that over here in the formula, we want to scribble it out just to prevent ourselves from using it again, okay? If you guys have any questions, you can always come find me in room 12. All right, thanks guys. See ya.